Hello and welcome to everybody who finds this. The video afterwards tends to get seen by people after the drum circle or on YouTube, so hello and welcome to you all. And oh brilliant, I can see people just starting to arrive. I think I've got to move some notifications out the way. Comments will appear here, brilliant. Oh, and mood lighting, just right at the right time there, fantastic. We've got one of those sensors on the roof here so that the lighting goes off if you accidentally leave the lighting on or whatever. So you have to put a cover over the sensor and leave it for about, I don't know, 15-20 minutes or something like that to get the mood lighting. But now everything's set up, back to normal with the space here, and fantastic. Hello and welcome to everybody who's joining us this evening for the drumming circle. And after a few months where we've missed these spaces, it's really good to be back here and starting 2022 with this circle space and reconnecting this circle that's been with many people who have been there right from the start and many people who have joined us along the way over the last couple of years, and creating this web across the world where we're connecting in with prayer and with sacred drumming. So really good to see you all. Fantastic. Thanks for those popping messages in the comments. Happy 2022 to you. Happy New Year. So I guess this is the first thing that I've done with you all since last year. Yeah, do let us know in the comments where you're joining from. Brilliant. People have already started that. Really good to see. And if you're joining along for the first time, I've put the link out or the event page out quite far and wide over the last couple of days. So if you're only finding this circle for the first time, do let us know in the comments so we can all say hi to you. Brilliant. So hello those joining from the Wirral, those joining from Gisborough. I'm already ahead of you there. Joining in from Warwickshire. People giving some love to the space here that we've got with the drums in and around. This is the Heron Drums headquarters, as it were. It's the workshop space where we craft and birth the drums, as well as the rattles, as well as prepare the materials that we send out, the drum making supplies. And if you're following on any of the other things like Instagram or TikTok, you'll see more and more of this space. And we've just today taken down the wintry greens decorations. We had a lot of greenery up, and we had some mistletoe up in the antlers of the stag that's just behind me here. So it's all looking fresh and new, ready for 2022. And we're up for your suggestions as well as to what we should decorate the space with next. How can we bring in the new year and bring in some freshness for 2022 here. I'm just going to catch up with some of these messages here. See friends from Edinburgh, from Surrey, from West Sussex and Cheshire. Regular friend again from San Francisco joining, really good to see you. Oh, I've gone up to the top, wonderful. Yeah, Warwickshire, Leicestershire. Superb. And Bishop's Stortford, is that? Fantastic, really good to see all of the people coming along for their first time as well. West Sussex as well. We're here in Canterbury, or just outside Canterbury. I say me. I'm here in Canterbury, just outside where we've got the Heron Drums workshop. And brilliant, I can see more people joining on the Facebook page there. This evening we're going to resume the online drumming circles. I think October was the last time that we had one. November, if you remember, I was up in Glasgow where there were the COP26 talks, and was holding ceremonies and part of other ceremonies supporting that were going on in and around Glasgow to, you know, really send those prayers and ground those prayers that a lot of people were sending to that place, which meant that November I couldn't find a place where I could set up all of this, where I could plug in without being kicked out for making too much noise or not having the access to plugs and all sorts. And last month I was isolating, so I couldn't get over here. As many people over the last month have had their little round of isolating, it fell on the drum circle evening and meant I couldn't come out to the space here, and I didn't have everything at home in order to run a kind of as good a one as I could do from home. But here we are, January 2022, we're back with it. Great to see those who are just joining, those joining on from Deal, from Staffordshire and West Sussex, and I might be going back over the other ones again. Fantastic. So the plan for this evening, everybody, we're going to just start with a little bit of a grounding, a little bit of a centering. And I invite you, if you do work with plants for smudge herbs, to go and grab those now, to start the evening with smudging. With the online circles and with these spaces, you know, you've likely just walked from one room to another and sat down or opened up your laptop, or you might be still in a room where something's going on. I really invite you to take a moment at the start of this now just to step out of your busy everyday that you've been having and join us in a space where we can be really present, really centered, really grounded, and fully here with one another to connect through the rhythm of the drum. We're a wide circle that's spread out far and wide across the world, as you can see, and let's really tune in and be present to tune in with the energies of this circle. So do grab some smudge herbs if you work with that. If not, we'll do some visualization at the beginning as we open the space, and then we'll have a few rounds of drumming with some song together here in this space to build some energy up for ourselves, but also to send some energy out from this circle. So let's begin, shall we? I invite you, wherever you are, just to take a moment just to check in with your body where you're seated, and if there's a way that you can make any adjustment to make yourself that little bit more comfortable. Take a couple of breaths as you just tune in with your body, and if you can, just move a cushion or change your position, pop your feet a bit more firmly on the floor, just to make yourself that little bit more comfortable for this evening. That will all really help. And I invite you just to bring your attention to your breath. And there's no need to change it or affect it in any way. Just notice and pay attention to that rhythm of your breath, that natural rhythm of the breath coming in and the breath going out. And notice as well those spaces between the inhale and the exhale. Of when you breathe in, that little moment where you're filled with that breath before the exhale. And that little moment of stillness before you take the next breath in. All just very simple, but just brings your attention to this moment here and now, just by focusing on that rhythm of your breath. And if it helps, you can look to watch that rhythm of your breath. Look to watch that breath come in through your nose or through your mouth, down into your chest, and watch it on the exhale as well. Feeling all of those sensations, feeling that cooling around the nose and the nostrils as you breathe in. Feeling that gentle rise and fall of your chest and shoulders as you exhale. And for those who like working with visualizations, I want us to together visualize our tree bodies and see our roots going down from our feet and toes, down into the earth and pushing through all of the layers of soil and wet earth, around the stones, touching underwater streams. All of those roots deeply grounded beneath you. And just with that natural rhythm of your breath, I want you to breathe in from those roots. And as you breathe in from those roots, draw that grounding earth energy up through you, up through the trunk of your tree body. And breathe it out through the branches that extend out from your head and from your shoulders, up reaching towards the sky. Those just breathing out to be caught by the breeze or by the wind. And just do this for those next couple of breaths. Really focus on drawing that grounding earth energy up through those roots on the inhale, up through your tree body and out through your branches, out to the sky. Each breath just drawing on that grounding, that loving, that healing energy of the earth. And now with your in-breath, let's start to alternate it, and with every other breath, be breathing in from those branches, be breathing in from the sky, and draw that light down from the sun and from the moon and from the star nations. And with that in-breath, drawing that light down through the trunk, and breathing out through the roots, creating that connection. Drawing down with the in-breath through the trunk and out through the roots. And alternating, as I say, with the next breath, breathing in from the roots, up through your tree body and out to the sky. Being both grounded, connected, and also centered in the space here. And in this space where we are both grounded and connected and really centered in within ourselves, I'd like to invite us all to call in together to open this space. And from our hearts, send that call out to the earth beneath us, to Mother Earth, who holds us and heals us and guides us on our journey through life. For that strength and grounding, for that healing, for that nurturing. That is called to that element of air, whether you have a gentle breeze or a wild wind blowing outside. And that air of our breath. That is called to the fire of the sun that shines through the days, that fire within us that, when we talk about over this winter period, is that glowing ember, ready to ignite into our new visions and our new ideas in the year to come. But all of those fires within us of creativity and inspiration, of passion and excitement. And it's called to the waters that flow from deep in the earth, from those sacred springs, and those waters that fall as rains and flow into these streams and the rivers and out to the sea. That is called to and honour those unseen guides and spirit allies that work with us and call on their strength and guidance, their direction. And let us call to our ancestors, those ancestors of our own bloodline, going right back through the countless generations, all those that have that love and strength and support for us here in this space. Let us call to the ancestors of the land that we are on, those first peoples, those peoples that learnt to live in harmony and balance and respect of the land that they are in. Let's call to all of the healers and seers and keepers of the ancient crafts, whose wisdom is passed on in such a way that we may connect in this space today, that we may hear that call to connect with the sacred, and may we continue to connect in with and hear their whispers and their guidance. So for this space and this circle, let's call to all of the spirits of the north and the east and the south and the west, and ask this circle to be blessed, and to the earth below and sky above, fill this circle with purest love. Blessed be. So thank you and welcome everybody. I haven't done it already. Some of you I'm sure maybe have already started with smudging, but I haven't here on the video with you all. Did my own as I arrived and prepared for this evening. I'm just going to light these plants here, these herbs, these ceremonial herbs of cleansing and purification, of smudging, of protection, and call on the blessings and the magic and medicine of these plants to help us be present, to help us be centered and grounded. To help clear away and lift away anything that is stopping us from being fully present here now in this evening. And holding this space in love, healing and protection. And for all in the circle, I'll leave this just smouldering here, and those beautiful perfumes of the smudge smoke just rising to carry those prayers for everybody in the circle who's joining here right now at this time, and those who are joining after the event, and those who are finding and joining us with this on YouTube as well afterwards. Fantastic. So everybody, do pick up your drums now, and let's start with our first round of drumming of the year. I can see there's a few people have arrived. I can't quite see from here all of the details, but welcome those who are just arriving on either of the screens there. Our first round of drumming is usually this unity round, is this round to connect here as a circle, and absolutely that's the prayer and intention for this round here now. Every round of drumming is a prayer, and we, as well as, you know, just feeling the healing of the rhythms of the drum, we also send and dedicate that prayer to a particular intention. Our opening round is often a round for connecting in as a circle and really weaving that connection in as a circle. But let's also have this circle, this opening round, as a welcome to 2022. A welcome to all of the people who are joining the circle this evening, for whom it's their first time joining the circle. Welcome to all of you, as well as those who have joined us on many circles or all of the circles that we've done. But let's welcome the spirits of 2022. And for those who are new with this circle, I begin a round of drumming. You join in if you've got a drum at home, join in drumming along, or if you're not with the drum and you're joining with that open heart, that drum that's beating in your chest, join in and tune in with that prayer, welcoming the new year, welcoming this circle and connecting in unity together. Just let those rhythms of the drum just sink into you, sink into the space that you're in. Just bringing yourself back with your breath. Just taking those couple of deeper breaths right down to your belly. Just to bring yourself back to this space here. If you need to move your body, just all helps when we go into a round of drumming to help bring ourselves back from it as well. Fantastic. Well, let us know when you're back. Let us know on Zoom there, either with a wave or with a comment in the chat box. How was that round of drumming? How did you feel from that? On Facebook, send a bubble up with a thumb or something like that, or pop an emoji in the comment section. Brilliant. Can see some life returning there with the bubbles going back. Let us know in the comment section there as well how you're feeling from that round of drumming. Others hearing voices singing from the vibration of their drum, that is such a kind of common experience and phenomenon. I'll read some of the other comments out, but I'll come back to that in just a moment there. Calm and connected, some saying, others feeling that was beautiful. We're getting more signs of life with hearts and thumbs and smiley faces going up on the screen. How are others feeling from that round of drumming? Others feeling very relaxed. It's often that first round of drumming, then you realise how much you needed a round of drumming. Feeling very calm. Welcome those just joining. Really good to see you. Brilliant. Yeah, others feeling very calm, feeling it very lovely. Powerful, energised. Feeling lots of gratitude, feeling connected. Yeah, that's the aim with this first round, is to really feel that connection here as a circle and within ourselves to something beyond ourselves, to that sense of the sacred, and really tune in with that. It's only really is just a few drum beats away. Others, yes, again, feeling relaxed. And others reflecting on it being a long time. Well, it's been a long time since we've had this space as well, or 3 months I guess, which is a long time for us, where we've been carrying on at least once or twice a month for a couple of years. One of the first comments on the screen there was to do with hearing or feeling a sense of voices coming from the drum and from the vibration. And this is so common. It's really kind of quite pronounced when you've got a large group of people as well in a space, and you get that reverberation of the drums going on and around, and many people kind of refer to that or kind of consider that's the voice of the ancestors, all connecting in there with the drums, and that voice just being heard through the rhythm of the drumming, as if it's, you know, like the wind carrying it across the hilltops. It's just in there, in and throughout the rhythms of the drum. You can just start to hear those voices singing. It is something that so many people experience and do if you've experienced that as well, do say in the comments or in the chat there if you've heard that when drumming yourself, drumming just by yourself, or when drumming with others in a group as well. Fantastic. That's brilliant. One of the things I mentioned at the start of the evening, which I'll mention again as kind of a lot of people have joined since then, you may have seen the pictures that we posted in December. We'd really brought that kind of winter greenery indoors into the space and decorated, even slightly out of camera here, but the stag antlers on the wall here had greenery and mistletoe all intertwined there, and all of the sort of, you know, more display space on the side there, which has got the ovoid drum in at the moment, was all filled with greenery. We're out of the kind of the Yule time period now, so we've taken all of that down, but do let us know, or kind of give us some ideas and suggestions of what we can decorate the space with to really mark the start of the year. What can we decorate it with next? We're not quite into kind of like yellow spring daffodils time of the year. The other decorations we often have in here is the autumn leaves. We're a long way away from the autumn leaves, but yeah, throw in some suggestions in there in the comment section as well. Comments coming in of other people, yeah, those who had said it kind of earlier on and said about hearing kind of like the singing coming through the drum. Others as well saying yes, have heard that, it's amazing. Others kind of, you know, talking about the feeling or sensing the ancestors in there. Others saying that they can hear that voice when using natural skin drums, but not so much with the synthetic ones. And, you know, they notice it makes a difference for them between the two that they use. Yeah, countless times I've heard people talk about kind of noticing or kind of hearing that in the room, or we finish a round of drumming and they kind of go, I could hear singing all around. All right, fantastic. So let's kind of look at the intention or the dedication for our next round of drumming. We're at the start of the year here, or some people may mark the start of the year at different times depending on what your spiritual path is or your beliefs are. But in one way or another, by the calendar year that we have, we're at the start of the year, and we are on this side now of the winter solstice. So we've gone past that point of death and rebirth of that cycle, where the days have got shorter and shorter and shorter and stayed still for a few days. Now we can celebrate those days getting longer, and we can start to look towards the year to come. And I want our next round of drumming just to be drumming some strength and energy and love to our visions and our plans for the year to come. What we're wanting to see in 2022. And that may be to do with a concrete plan or vision or dream or new project or new path or new something or other that you're going to be doing this year, and it might still just be so faint that you can't quite see its shape, or you can't even name it yet. But others might have a kind of a clearer sense of what that is for this year coming, and others it may be more broad and general. So I'd like us to do a round of drumming in dedicating to those visions for the year to come. How does that sound? As our next intention. So for us to put this together, if there's something that you wanted to put into the chat that represents that, whether that's a word or whether that's describing what that is, or whether it's, you know, some of these things, as I say, they're kind of somewhat unclear. Put an emoji or something like that in there that represents it. And let's together, as a circle, drum some love and some strength for everybody's visions and dreams for this year. What do we want to see in the year to come? What dreams are we giving birth to in the year to come? What visions are we wanting to see grow? I'm seeing them all coming in very fast here. I'm not going to read them all out, but they're there in the centre for us to all hold together. And we hold this next round of drumming with that prayer and that intention. We're drumming for each other, not just for our own visions and prayers. We're drumming for one another, for all of these that we're putting into the centre here, so we can all build that strength for those prayers and those visions. Something I said in the opening this evening is that fire as being an ember in this point in the winter. And yeah, in the way that I sort of envisage it and describe it is just, yes, that fire kind of quietens down and is just a glowing ember here at this time of the year, as we go into our winter's dreaming, and as we go into our visioning, as we connect in with that vision, that dream for the year to come. And then as those winds in spring, that air in spring comes and just blows across that ember and just reignites it as a fire, as that grows once again as we go into the year. So what is that ember burning for you at the moment? Brilliant. I've seen quite a few comments coming in. Do finish your comments in the box there if you are now, but we'll begin drumming and build that energy up for all of those prayers and visions for the year to come that are in the centre there. Once again, just absorbing and soaking up those healing rhythms from your drum. Just letting them kind of melt into the walls as you bring yourself back with your breath. I always like that moment at the end of a round of drumming where the room is so full of vibration still. You can really feel it, and you can just feel it just easing out of the space. It's like what you have with the singing bowl, where you can kind of hear that sound coming from the corners of the room and then dissipating. It's like that with the rhythm of the drum. You can just feel that in the space, and as it just settles and soaks into yourself. So just, yeah, soaking up all of those healing rhythms, and also letting them spread out and ripple out far and wide, carrying that energy and strength for all of those visions for the year to come. And give us a comment or a wave on Zoom and on good to see you back, and on Facebook, send up a bubble or pop an emoji in the chat. Just let us know when you're back. And if you're still coming back, it's part of the art to learn after a round of drumming, which takes you so deep in that kind of that depth of connection. Being able to have one foot in each world, or move in and out of that space as and when you need to. Good tips are just to deepen your breath right down to your belly. Maybe move your feet around, look around the space that you're in. Maybe move your body, just stretch your back and move your head a little bit, just to really bring yourself back to here. And that's brilliant. I can see signs of life on Facebook as much as I'm able to, with comments and bubbles. How are you feeling after that round, and how was that round of drumming feel for you? What was it like? What was your experience of it? I had something really amazing throughout, where I saw a whole load of different animals in the drum head. It's a drum that I've had I've had for years. I've stared at during rounds of drumming so many times, and I'm always amazed at how different faces can just emerge from the markings in there at different times. It's why I do love the kind of the natural hide drums, just left as they are, so you can really see all of that natural beauty within the markings and the changes of tone and colour within the drum head. But then when in this space, when you're in the betwixt and between during a round of drumming, just to see all of those faces just to come forward of different animal messengers, I guess, as they are. And a lovely animal messenger that I had earlier on this evening. I was here during the day and then went home for a little bit and to sort out dinner and things like that before coming back out. And when I got home, there was a fox that just kind of was going down the side by my house. And so just to take a little moment to say hello. I'll pop up a picture at some point. I'll pop it in the comments. Remind me later, and I'll pop it in the comments afterwards. Because yes, it stayed there long enough for me to be able to get a lovely photo. So it's a nice messenger. Fox is very special to me, so a nice messenger for the year to come. So other people on here, their experiences, feeling tired from the round of drumming, and maybe it's kind of they're telling you kind of a bit of time to relax and really go into that winter sleep. Others feeling it very healing and beautiful. Others feeling a real sense of gratitude, feeling it being a wonderful round, a wonderful journey, feeling very fresh from it. And others feeling gently optimistic and feeling that kind of optimism around the visions for the year to come. Superb, superb. Seeing one of the other comments that there was in there reminds me to kind of to say with regard to 2022. I've been saying all through 2021 that drum birthing workshops will resume in 2022, and excited to tell you we have got a few dates soon to be just sorted and announced. So do keep an eye out on the website. We'll probably kind of let you know as soon as they're confirmed via the newsletter. But yes, on Facebook and on other places, if you're waiting for details of some of the upcoming drum birthing workshops, do have a look on there, and those details will be coming up over the next couple of weeks. And looking forward to, after such a long break, see if I can remember how to hold those days. After several years of holding them all up and around the country, to have a couple of years break, it seems like I've forgotten how they go. But looking forward to joining groups of you again around the country and bringing new drums into being in those days. And I know a number of people who are on the Zoom and on the Facebook have joined us in the past for the drum birthing days that we've had over the many years. Gosh, kind of close to 100, if not more than 100, different workshops and different groups that we've held these days for. So yes, look out for details with that. The other thing, I think it's mentioned at the top of the Facebook blurb, is that as some of you may not know, we do have a number of online courses. We ran a number of these last year, and there's been some new ones that have been going onto the page there. These through January, we're doing a kind of a January offer, which is 10% off. The code is very simply and uncreatively January 10. So if you're wanting to if you've been looking at any of the courses, or if you've not heard we've got any courses and there are any that you're interested in doing, until the end of January, use the code January 10 and get 10% off those there. And the link for those again is on the Facebook what is it called, Facebook caption for this live. You've got all the details there. And the other thing on there that I'll point your attention to is a link for donations or contributions for this evening, which is just the paypal.me/Heron Drums link that's on the page there. If you're wanting to or able to give any contributions or donations for this evening, that link's on there as well. Everything else, as I say, keep an eye on the Facebook page, Instagram, newsletter, whichever one of those that you look at, and we'll be kind of popping any of the other announcements over the next couple of weeks. And if you're able to share, if it's on Facebook and things like that, and you're able to share, or Instagram able to share, that's really helpful, just to help share the work that we're doing to people, and let people know what we're, the new workshops that are coming out for this year. So it's kind of people asking about things for this year. That's just the reminders of those. All right. So we're around at 8 o'clock now in the UK. I know there's people joining overseas, so kind of at different times, but here we're at 8 o'clock, or back to on the hour. And as we come into the kind of latter half, as it were, of the evening, we've been building up that energy for ourselves, and really building that connection, that sense of connection with the first round of drumming for ourselves and as a circle. We've been drumming that energy for those visions and prayers that we have in the circle for the year to come. Now I'd like us in our next round to go for our healing round. And in that we drum together in a circle and drum some love and strength to those that we know who are needing some love and some strength at the moment. People who maybe are going through a hard time, or who are unwell, or who could just really do with that energy drummed to them to help them through whatever they're going through at the moment. And what we'd normally do in this circle is if we were all together, we would speak those names out to the fire and speak those into the circle. Because we're in a bit of a public forum here with the online page, what I suggest to people is just pop initials down, even if it's just first initials, putting it with the intention that you're naming that person, or putting that person that you're wanting to send that love and strength to into the center of the circle there, so that this wide circle that is spreading out right across the world again this evening that we all together can hold those people in our hearts and our minds as we drum some love and strength to them. This is one where I'll be moving to my healing drum to play this evening. So fantastic. Thanks everybody popping those ones that we're holding in our hearts and mind into the chat there. So we can hold them together as a circle. And we drum that love and strength to them. We're not adding any particular direction to it or whatever. We can't decide where things go forward for them. We drum that love and that strength to them that they may, with that, lift themselves up and move forward as they need to, as is right for them on their journey. I'll just give it a moment more, as there's many more names coming in, or initials coming in. And with this round, with all rounds I invite you to, but with this round in particular, I invite you to also join in with your voice if you're comfortable doing that. No need to fine tune it or to get yourself in perfect pitch or whatever, or work out any sort of melody. Just let that song sing through you, or let a song sing through you. Let kind of the melody just come with that prayer for sending love and strength for those names in this circle. And if you wanted to stand up, it's not, if I stand up I go out of the camera screen there, so I need to stay where I am, but if you wanted to stand up, it just allows you and your body to move as the energy moves. And yeah, just it helps kind of, it helps being in that space of that space of flow and allowing that energy to move and flow more easily. Okay, so all of those that are named, that are initialed, that have been put into the circle, and any others that come to our minds and that we hold in our minds and our heart during this round of drumming, and to all those in this circle that are needing some love and strength, may we as a circle also hold you in this space, and that love and strength go to you as you need it. Let's dedicate this round of drumming to all of those. Sending that love and strength to all those needing it at this time, all those held in this circle, and all those within this circle needing that love and strength right now. Letting those healing rhythms ripple out and ripple in. And once again, just letting your breath bring you back to the here and now, back to this space, back to this circle, back to here together. Moving your fingertips and your toes. Just giving your shoulders a move and looking around the room. Fantastic. Some comments already coming in from people of feeling energy shifted themselves. I can see life returned on Zoom, people back from the betwixt and between from their rounds of drumming there. And yeah, do let us know on Facebook that you're back. Either send a thumb or a heart up, kind of pop an emoji in the chat, or let us know if you can articulate anything of your experience and how that felt for you. Do let us know in the comment section there. Super. I was feeling lots of energy from that. What was there just above there? Yeah, others just sharing their gratitude, more gratitudes coming in to one another for holding each other's friends and loved ones in this healing round. Fantastic. You can see they're having fun with the reactions buttons on there on Zoom as well. Superb. Others feeling, I guess, quite emotional as well in that round. Absolutely. And that's somewhat to be expected with that, with what the intention is. And you can start to move those emotions within ourselves as well. Fantastic. I'm leaning over just because I'm with the light top with the white comments. I can't quite read what all of you are writing. Oh, I've missed one there. Others feeling it quite releasing, others their horse drum was whinnying. That's a different level of the ancestral voices coming from the drum. That's the animal spirit voices coming in. And others feeling calm from that round of drumming as well. Superb. Superb. Where are we time-wise? We're coming up to 20, or just gone 20 past now. Let's kind of look to lift ourselves up a bit from at the end of the drumming. As we get through these earlier rounds of drumming, we tend to drop a little bit deeper, and as people are saying on their feeling that quite moving in places at that last round that we had there together. So let's finish this evening with a song, and the song we're going to do this evening is possibly one that will be the most well known on the group here. It's one that is sung in many circles and groups all over the place, and it's Earth My Body. And we'll sing along or chant along as we drum. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. It's just a song to honour that connection that we have to all that is and those elements that give us life. What do I usually do for this? I usually start the chant going and then join in with the drumming. Let's see if that works this time. So earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Yeah, I'll begin. Join in with the singing. If this, compared to other ones that we've done here together, this is easy on the words. So you should pick this up good and quick. And once you've got it, sing it strong and with full voice and full heart. And let's join in with the drums as well. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, my body? Water my blood? Air my breath and fire my spirit. Woo! Good high energy song as we begin here in 2022, and as we connect in with these visions and dreams that we have for the year to come, for this new year. And thanks to everybody who join in on this circle and have held this for one another as we've drummed that love and that energy for those prayers and visions that we have for the year to come. As we bring this evening to a close, let's remember to send that honouring and that love and gratitude out to all the unseen that have joined us, to the earth below, to the sky above, to the elements of the earth and the air and the fire and the water, to those guides and allies that have joined us, the ancestors who we've heard singing through the drums, those messengers and helpers whose faces have appeared to us in visions and through our drum heads, to all that unseen that has weaved its energy and its magic in and throughout everything we've experienced and shared here in this space together tonight. May you stay with us, may you continue to support us and hold us as we go into the coming days and weeks, until we're back here once again next month, which will be the 3rd Tuesday in February. I'll pop up a reminder about that. But when we're here again in February, to hold this circle together that's reaching out around the world and sharing the healing rhythms of these drums. So for all this and more, we give our heartfelt thanks and gratitude and say thank you, thank you, thank you. Blessed be. So yeah, happy New Year, happy 2022. Really good to be back here with these and getting started with our monthly online drumming circle. As I say, next month will be the 3rd Tuesday of the month. I'll put up a reminder specifically of what the date will be for it, and put up a reminder and everything for it there. I'll pop it in the comments, I guess, afterwards, and the Facebook event page I'll change to have the details. And those of you who are on the newsletter know that you get a reminder just a week before or something like that, for when the drum circle is, so you get the links to either the Zoom or a reminder for the Facebook Live as well. But yeah, remember, we've got, if you're wanting to join any of the online courses, there's the 10% offer that's this month. If you're able to send any donation or contribution for this evening, the PayPal link's at the top of the Facebook Live video. And I almost forgot to mention, we've been hinting at or teasing at some exciting new special collection that we've got coming, a special collection of shamanic drums that we are working on, which we'll be sharing with you all at the very end of this month. It will be on that in bulk week. When we're talking about new things for 2022. Yes, some we've been a bit creative in the space here, and we're looking forward to showing you this special collection at the end of this month. So do keep an eye on whichever one you look at, whether you're a Facebooker and you follow the Facebook page or Instagram. Do keep an eye on those, and we look forward to sharing that all with you as soon as we're ready to reveal what it is. But really lovely to join you all this evening. Thank you all for your comments and the messages in the chat. Lovely to see the faces on the screen with the group in Zoom. Big wave to you all there. Lovely to have be drumming along with you and seeing you all drumming in this space. And for everybody for your interactions on the Facebook Live. I look forward to seeing you all again in February. Take care.